What is up, guys? NYKF31 here, and I am playing some PES 2015, while I'm watching some playoff football. How ironic. And I have been in deep editing mode during this holiday time off, and I finished editing the EPL. I got all the team names edited, and what I did was with the help of the PES websites that are dedicated to this thing. I edited the team names and the stadium names and whatnot. I'm also going to do the same thing for the other leagues in the game that don't have licenses for the league names and the team names. All the players in the game are licensed and real, but not all the teams and leagues are, which is a bit of a weird mix. But this game in general is proof that you don't need to have a fully licensed product to make a quality sports game. This is an awesome game. I love this game. I've gotten myself better at it. This is one of the games against a CPU on top level, not top level, top player difficulty. I believe there's two more difficulty levels ahead of this one. But, I've gradually gone up in difficulty level. I've gotten more experience with the game from the new difficulty levels and up to this one. And this is a pretty even matchup as far as team strengths go between Southampton and Newcastle. And I've been playing just random CPU matchups and one-off tournaments until I have the teams edited and I can start my franchise mode. I've been playing a lot with Real Madrid because I want to do a Cristiano Ronaldo highlight reel. Yes, I'm a Cristiano Ronaldo guy. All you messy people, just calm down. They're both great players. I've come to the conclusion that you're either a Cristiano Ronaldo guy or you're a Messi guy, and you're never going to convince either side that you're right and the other is wrong. So I don't even bother to get involved in those kind of debates. I'll do plenty of highlight reels of top players and players that I like. And also when I do these PES videos, I'm going to try to stay away from trolling FIFA too much. I tried the FIFA demo, I couldn't get into it very much. I might give it another shot, but I don't know. I really don't have much incentive to do so. FIFA, from what I've seen on YouTube and the time that I've had with the demo, it just comes across as a game where you're spamming skill moves and scoring on ridiculous shots from, 30 and 40 yards out, and on these, crazy runs in the box off of skill moves. I think this game relies more on the use of tactics and using your entire team to build a cohesive flow to maintain possession and to generate, quality scoring chances. I also had to learn the strengths and weaknesses of various types of formations. This game does a very good job of replicating that, as well as replicating the styles of the different leagues and all the different teams that you find, throughout the world. There's so many teams in this game. To make them feel individual and unique is not an easy task. Like, I was playing a series of games using Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich, and I could not figure out Bayern Munich at all. They were super aggressive. I couldn't really get into any type of flow rhythm. I couldn't figure out how to break down the formation. And I tried everything. I tried a possession game. I tried long ball. I tried a combination of both. I tried spamming Cristiano Ronaldo, which almost worked, actually. I mean, the guy is just insanely good. But I had to take a step back. And what I actually did, I fired up some YouTube videos and did some Google searching on soccer formations and boned up on the strengths and weaknesses and the tactical nuances of different styles of play, and went back and applied that along with the tools in the game to help me out, and I ended up actually tying them the next time that I played. So the game made me learn more about the nuances of the sport, which is a wonderful thing. Is it going to make me a great soccer player? No, of course not. That's ridiculous. But it made me understand what's going on the field better, as far as why things are working or not working. So now I know what type of midfielders and forwards I need to play a 4-4-2 versus a 4-3-3, or when to have my team flow from a more attacking formation when they're in possession to a more neutral or defensive possession or formation when they're out of possession, and when in the game to bring numbers up and numbers back. That those type of things made me better at the game, and also a better soccer fan. I've always been a fan of the sport, but I'm an American. I'm into football, basketball, baseball, and soccer when I can follow it. So, while I have enough interest in the game to keep up with what's going on with the various major leagues and in Champions League and also World Cup time, my knowledge of the tactical aspects of the sport has been, always on the casual side. And I also love how, as I've upped difficulty level, I'm not getting shafted by the CPU. The CPU isn't coming up with more blatant ways to cheat me. Players aren't doing things that they are incapable of doing. They're not, coming up with artificial ways to keep themselves in the game or keep the game close. All that happens when you up the difficulty is the computer just executes better. They're more careful about their possession. They're more fluid in their runs. Their finishing is more on point, but it's not over the top. A bad finisher is not going to all of a sudden just bust out a hat trick on you. And you guys know what I mean. How many times have you seen in NBA 2K when you jack up the difficulty to Hall of Fame difficulty level, and you got Dwight Howard out there shooting fadeaway jump shots and doing dream shakes like he's Akeem Olajuwon, or you're playing on all Madden, and all of a sudden you're playing against a QB that turns into Joe Montana in the last minute and a half of the game. What I see in this game, the CPU will punish you more severely for your mistakes. Like, I'm like there, I just get crazy and tackle a guy in the box and get called for a yellow card and a penalty. But stuff like that. You play a smart game, you'll have a chance to be rewarded. If you play stupid, they'll punish you for your mistakes. If you're playing with a power team and you happen to be slipping up, you lose to a weaker team. If you're playing with a weaker team and playing against the powerhouses of the world, you will feel the difference. They will rain their wrath on you. And here I get a nice long ball, and I get the equalizer. I had adjusted my team tactics to bring more numbers up, and I'm able to tie the game. And now I'm going to try to hang on. So, those kind of things make this game just a real treat to play. I really love playing this game. This is probably my favorite game to play right now. A dang soccer game. But hey, it's all about having fun. And when I tie a game, or when I get a draw on this difficulty level against a good team, I feel good about it, let me tell you. So, 2-2 is how this sucker will end. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.
Many thanks to Jim alongside me, and that is finally it for the broadcast this afternoon.